I have something I want to tell you. It is pretty darn neat. How things can work together when you have friends. This involved a neighbor and his doggy and a police officer. You know, and they're all my friends. And here's what happened. I was kind of taking a little break this afternoon in the house here, and Emil called me on the phone. He says, there was just this guy here, I didn't quite like him. And Winston, the dog, didn't like him very much either. And Winston is generally friendly with everybody. And Emil says, I sent him on his way. He was walking up the road. He says, he headed your way, just be on the lookout. He says, I'll send Winston up there to help you. And he says, okay, Winston, go up to Ronnie's. And it's not that way. Winston was going to run up the road. So Winston turned around, he come up the fence row, and I could see him coming. And then pretty soon I said, okay, he's here. But he didn't come up to the house, Winston didn't. He sat about halfway down the driveway, like a good old sentry guard. And I said, okay, Emil, I'm going to let you go. I see the guy coming. I got to go down and get the mail anyway. He said, now you be careful. This guy is kind of shady. I said, don't worry. I says, by the way, you know that place across the highway here? There's a cop sitting over there. So I says, let you go for now. And I go down and I greet Winston, sitting there watching this guy coming up the road. I says, want to come get the mail with me, Winston? He stands up. This time Winston walked in front of me. He generally walks beside me or a little bit behind me, but this time he walked in front of me. Got down to the mailbox, and this guy was there. He says, hey, could you spare a little money or food? He says, can I come up to your house and get a bite to eat? I says, I really don't have a lot to spare. And Winston growled at him, and that is not Winston at all. I says, Winston, what do you think? And I says, no, I don't think so. He opened up his jacket. He had a piece in there. I says, you think that's going to do you any good with me? He says, well, what are you going to do? I says, Winston, assume the position. Ah, he goes. Winston did. And I go like that. Come on over. Right away that cop was over here. And he gets out of his car. He says, got a problem, Ronnie boy? I says, not that I know of. And I just went like this. And the cop said, and he unbuckled his pistol. He said to the guy, what is your purpose? He said, oh, I'm just hungry, asking this nice farmer if he could give me a little food or something. He says, do you mind if I pat you down? He says, well, don't you have to have a warrant for that? And I says, he showed me he's got a piece. Okay. Cop pulls out his gun. He says, assume the position, pal. Against the car. And he patted him down. Put out the pistol. He says, did he threaten you with it? I said, he showed it to me and asked that I take him up to my house. Okay, we're going to run this guy through the books. I says, Winston, it's okay. So Winston sits down. I says, stay on your heels in case this guy takes off. You'll need to catch him. Winston stands up. Now that's a darn good dog. But it's not mine, it's Amos's dog. And cop says, oh, just wait around a second. And pretty soon another squad car came, and he says, okay, we'll probably contact you later for a statement or something, but be about your chores. And of course enough, I watched. And they hauled him off. No, I'm glad for my neighbors, and Winston the dog, and the police. They must have been watching this guy or something, because I go, and here they come. And they know me, I know them. We get along good, the police and me. I got another story to tell you sometime, but not in this video. But I think that was a cool thing. The way it all came together. The way friends can communicate with each other. Amo called me and said, watch this guy. He said, I'm going to send Winston up. And he hollered at Winston, not that way, the other way. So Winston turned around and came up the fence row. And here was Winston sitting down there guarding my place. Oh, probably me. But he knew this guy was up to no good. And Winston is always friendly to everybody. He was friendly with the cop. Winston, the cop says, Winston, that's okay, I got him. Winston sits down. I says, Winston, stay on your toes. If he takes off, get him. Winston stands up. He didn't like Winston the dog. He didn't like that guy at all. But all turned out well. But when that guy flashed me his piece, I'm glad that cop was over. I just went, here come the cop. He must have been watching him. He probably seen him came and parked there. I don't know. But it was an unmarked car. He parked over in this business. Well, they're not doing anything on a Saturday afternoon, evening. But he parked over there. There was other cars there, an unmarked car, and he was watching them. He probably seen I came down and talked with him and had a dog with me. And then when the cop got there, I just went. And that's when the cop unbuckled his pistol. He says, there's a reason I should be concerned here. I says, well, he flashed me a piece. It's under his jacket. Right then, the cop pulled his pistol out. No, he said I'll be contacted later today. Hasn't happened yet. Probably get a statement or something. I don't know. Well, I feel I was threatened. Wanted to come into my house. When I refused, he flashed me his pistol. All worked out well. Okay, goodbye. Thank you for watching the Ronnie Boy Show.